welcome to another video, and this is how big can you get without steroids? And at the moment the answer to that question seems to be not very big, because I've been pretty freaking ill. I've basically spent the last 4 days being horrendously sick, and it's been a struggle. However, on the plus side, when you get really sick, you lose weight, and everyone knows the best way to regain weight is to eat a ridiculous amount of food. So with that said, I was thinking the other day, haven't done a food challenge for a little while, now could be the perfect time. So if you would like me to do some kind of food challenge in the next few days, give this video a like, let me know. If I get enough likes, I will consider that a positive affirmation, and I will get on the food challenge board. I haven't decided on what I would do yet, but maybe give me some ideas in the comment section. But yeah, I'm all about doing that because, like I said, I do need to drastically regain my weight. So in terms of the illness, basically, if you watched my Dave Eating on Sunday, you would have seen that I said I went out the previous night and I wasn't feeling particularly great. I thought it was just like a low-level hangover. I was pretty much as wrong as you can get. Turns out it was like a full-on bug, and it got progressively worse, and I've spent, yeah, 4 days, without going into too much detail, not retaining my food. So like trying to eat and drink, but that food and drink was not staying in my body for very long, if you know what I mean. So yeah, essentially I spent 3.5 days on a toilet, which is not particularly ideal when you are in the midst of a bulk. It was quite depressing, to be fair, because I'd obviously spent 5 weeks, you know, trying to put on some size and making some good progress, and then I felt like I was losing it. But you know, 4 days is not a disaster. Obviously that's just going to be water weight and stuff. With that said, I weighed myself this morning, and I weighed in at 100.9 kilos, which is, what's that, 222 pounds, like low 220s. So I mean, you're looking at about a kilo loss, so 2-3 pound loss, which, I mean, it's not a disaster, it's just a bit frustrating because obviously it feels like a step backwards. But I'm pretty sure if I can have a couple of days now of really kind of just hitting my food and hitting my you know, liquids full on, and I should be back to where I was. And I reckon this video next week I should be up to some good numbers. Yeah, so I mean, it's not a disaster, it's a bit frustrating. In terms of training, obviously during that period I couldn't train, so one of those days was my rest day anyway, but the following 2 days, I didn't feel physically that bad. It was just, you know, when you get a bit flu and your skin goes from being hot to cold and you're sweating and stuff, I had that, I felt a bit weak, and it was my stomach. Like every half an hour to an hour, I was literally running to the toilet, so it probably wouldn't have been ideal trying to squat, because there could have been a pretty embarrassing accident going on there. So that's probably a wise thing to do. But today was the first day where I felt brave enough to venture back into the gym. It wasn't, I mean, it was actually all right. I hit some PRs. So I did front squats first, and I did 7 reps at 150 kilos, which is like, what is that, 350 pounds or so, I think, which is, I mean, it's pretty, no, 340 pounds, I don't know, 300 something pounds. 7 reps. Now that's, like I said, that is a PR, and considering the circumstances, I'm really pleased, because basically my stomach was struggling. It really wasn't feeling very good having a belt like really tight on me. I did spend a lot of time during that session just literally lying on the floor, feeling sorry for myself and sweating out. I mean, I'm already a sweaty guy and the gym is already very hot, but given my current conditions, I was sweating out a ridiculous amount. Like my entire shirt was just like black, where my sweat had just kind of traipsed through it. Deadlifts, did some deficit deadlifts again. The weight went up from last week, so technically it was another PR. I did a set of 6 at 205 kilos. They felt horrendous, like they're probably the biggest set of grinded deadlifts I've ever done. Like literally the first rep was a grind, and I managed to get a further 5 reps. So they were very ugly and they were not ideal at all, but I got them done. And again, given the circumstances, I'm definitely happy with that. And I think that obviously when I get a couple of days of good eating in me, I should be back to where I was, if not stronger. I mean, it's probably not a bad thing having those few days off, because I have done a big 5-week block of training, and I want to have another 3 or 4 weeks now leading up to some heavy singles. So having the kind of a half week off is almost kind of treating it like a mini deload. You know, I think it'll probably work quite well for me. But as of today, I've just kind of jumped back onto where I am. So I'm halfway through the week. I'm just going to continue my current training week as I would, and then next week go back into another week and just progress things. So the sessions I missed this week were my regular squats and my regular deadlifts, which are kind of, that's the most exciting session of the week, to be honest. But next week I'll jump back on that, and I'm planning to do a set of squats with 5 plates, and then a set of deadlifts with 255, which is 6 plates pretty much. So that should be quite exciting. Hopefully get a decent amount of reps there. And then, like I said earlier in previous videos, just continue to drop those reps and increase the weight. So the reps are going to do this, the weight is going to do this each week. And obviously the idea is, give me 3, 4, 5 weeks time, I'll be doing some heavy singles, then I'll deload, and then I'll test my singles and hopefully smash some big PRs across the board right in time for the baby to come. If the baby comes before that happens, I will just make Sayers keep it in there until I've achieved that goal. So yeah, what I'll do now, I will show you, because I also did some hypertrophy type stuff in this session today, so I'll show you that now. I think I've lost a tiny bit of size, but that obviously is just going to be water where I've just been really, really dehydrated. So you can be the judge of that, and then I'll catch up with you again afterwards. What do you think? Am I looking skinny? Am I looking weaselly and tiny? Am I the skinniest, weaselly little tiny McWeasel you've ever seen? If you do think I'm looking weaselly, please don't tell me that, because I will genuinely start crying. Just say, yeah, Matt, you're looking great, you're looking big, you're looking the biggest you've ever looked. That'll be great. But to be fair, I mean, the session did feel really nice. It was really good just to be back in the gym again. I mean, 3 days isn't obviously that long in the grand scheme of things, but for me, training 6 days a week every week, when I have 2 or 3 days off, it does feel pretty weird, like, you know, when it isn't like scheduled in. But like I said, I think in the long term thing, I think having a few days off will do me good. It will be like a bit of a deload, if you like. And yeah, I mean, I am planning now. I figure like today is the first day where I should be able to eat and get back to eating normally. So I figure after a full day of eating normally today, I should be back in the game tomorrow. And then obviously if I can get a big food challenge in the next few days, that will really get my calories up and really kind of get me back on track. And with that said, if you would like to see a food challenge again, make sure you give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, let me know you'd like to see it, let me know you're excited about the prospect of seeing that, and then I will get on board, because we are a team. If you want to see something, I'll do it. Unless you want to see me beat up my grandma, in which case I'm going to leave you disappointed there, because that would be weird, you sadist. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Again, I will get back into eating normal food today. I did attempt, basically what my plan was quite old school, where I was really ill the last few days. Initially I thought, oh, I'll teach my stomach a lesson and just try and eat through it. That didn't work. It just sped up my toilet visiting process. So I had a couple of days without eating. Then I tried to get back on it yesterday. I thought, you know what, I feel good now. So I tried eating loads, didn't work again. Come the evening, I was feeling good again. So I tried downing one of my trademarked like pro coconut milkshake thingies. I literally vomited everywhere instantly. But like I said, today I have eaten normally so far, and fingers crossed I feel fine. So things should be back on track. And yeah, if I can get a food challenge in and really ramp the calories up, I should hopefully make up for that deficit, and then I'll be back in the game. So that is that, guys. If you want to see some food, remember, give the video a thumbs up, watch my other videos because they're all food based. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow.